Hi friends, मैं हूँ राशि और today something about House of Secrets, the Burari deaths. Well friends, let me first clear you that this is not a horror movie at all. Alright, so don't misunderstand that this could be a scary or horror film, but it's really very essential movie, I suppose. I mean, it's not a movie actually; it's a documentary, but it has been picturized in the sense that you feel like a live experience of the deaths of infamous, of course, Burari deaths. So it's a must watch. Now first of all, the plus points of the documentary is actually all the points are plus points except a little stretched in the middle, or at maybe repetition of few, say, sentiments, few dialogues, although it could be a necessity of the documentary, but there was little repetition and a stretched way of representation. That was the I suppose these two things were only doesn't match with the docu, but overall it's all plus 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 plus. So it's a must watch because it talks about the mental health, it talks about psychosis, it talks about trauma you suffer, post trauma disorders which you actually experience in life, knowingly, unknowingly. Although if you actually take scene by scene the entire documentary, somewhere in the middle of the docu you might feel little scary, or the treatment has been given little scary, the voiceover was kind of sort of airy, and then you had so much feel that it could be something which is not practically possible, but the way it has been handled in the documentary, and of course it was a true story, it is a true story. So it talks about that Burari deaths and involvement of the family, involvement of their son, and the kind of story it is. I don't want to reveal anything as such. I'm sure you must be knowing about Burari deaths, and in case you do not know, please it would be better if you read a little bit. Even if you do not read, it will give you a clear picture of the entire Burari deaths. In fact, the opening frame, which I always talk in any review, it's of course you will at times feel breathless because it gives you that jittery kind of feeling. But apart from that, I think everyone should watch this movie. Everyone should talk about this movie because again, see, I'm doing this mistake. It's a docu, so everyone should watch this docu. And why? Because it raises a very important question which has been suppressed by people time and again, regarding mental death, regarding mental trauma. Yeah, see, I call it mental death because Burari deaths are more or less mental deaths. So you need to understand that what kind of psychology a person has, and that too after traumatic experiences in life. You meet so many people in society, in daily life, and you can't get, I mean, you can't get each and every person, but everyone is so friendly, everyone is so nice on your face, but the kind of things they have suffered, or maybe the way they are behaving, if you of course spend a good number of time period, then you will be you will be seeing the real faces, or maybe something which you did not expect in the first interaction. So all the things, all the behavior, all the I mean, everything had a circumstances or conditional, say, clause in it. So this documentary actually talks about those unsung, or say, untold stories which people try to hide. So I request you to please watch it, and please watch it. I mean, it's not a scary in that sense. It's not horror, of course, not at all. And everyone should watch this movie. Everyone should talk about this documentary, and everyone should actually get into the skin of this mental trauma. Actually, I mean, we see so many crimes, we read so many reports, incidents, accidents, which unfortunately, is a result of such kind of unbalanced, or say unstable mindsets. How does it happen, and why does it need to be discussed at public platform? Would it be an attempt to minimize the crime ratio? Of course, I think so. This is really very important documentary, must watch documentary. Miss Yadav, she has done a terrific role as the director, and every character in the film, sorry, in the docu, actually, I mean, right from all the policemen to the psychiatrist, and even to the journalists, reporters. But yes, when it comes to reporting of Burari deaths or the case, that was little mishandled, and it has been shown in the documentary very nicely. So it's kind of lesson to media people as well, that they should be very careful in attempting such kind of incidents, or say accidents, or say whatever. I mean, so they have to be little more mature to write down the story, which could be more say understanding in nature, or more close to people, rather than creating a propaganda or a publicity stand, or maybe misguiding, or telling you something which is beyond your access, like tantra mantra. I mean, they should not. So media has that responsibility, which of course they failed to do in this case, and this documentary even highlighted that very nicely. Although this journalist mm, yeah, journalists, even they are responsible. Anyway, you must watch and then give me the feedback. Thank you so much.